Good morning, grade 9. How are you today? Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about vocabulary, adjectives, especially adjectives ending in ing or ed. Okay, we have two groups of adjectives, okay, and these adjectives, some of them end in ing and the other type ends with ed. Both of them are adjectives, but we need to know what is the difference between the adjectives which end in ing and the others which end with ed. Here, basically, when the adjective ends with ed, the adjective describes how someone feels. When the adjective ends with ed, it basically describes how someone feels, the person, you, how do you feel about something, okay? Whereas when the other type or the other group ends with ing, it describes how or why someone feels this way. Why someone feels this way. Why do you feel bored? Because of what? Because of the film? Or the film is boring, okay? In some cases, adjectives that end with ing, okay, describe things, whereas adjective that ends with ed describes the person's feelings or the person's emotions or the person's effects, okay? Whereas when the adjective that ends with ing describes why does this thing, or why does this movie, or why does this film, maybe, okay, makes you feel this way, make you feel this way, okay? The effect of the film on you, the effect of the movie on you, the effect of the play on you. Now, let's look at these two examples here, and then we move to the explanation. The owners were amazed to get their painting back. The owners were amazed to get their painting back. How did they feel? They felt amazed. They felt amazed. Why? It was amazing that somebody had returned the painting to the owners. It was amazing that somebody had returned the painting to the owners. Now, what makes them amazed? It's the action of somebody else, which is returning the paintings back. So the action of returning the painting back is amazing because it makes the owners amazed. Okay? Again, what makes the owners amazed? Which is the returning back of the painting. So this action, the action of returning the painting back, is amazing. Why? Because it makes the owners amazed. This is the influence of the painting. It makes them amazed. Now, here we have, I'm not sure if this is clear. Maybe in this way it's much clearer. As you can see here, we have some words, some adjectives actually, and they are used in ed, and sometimes we use them in ing. We add ing to them. Let's look at the sentence. I feel bored. I feel bored. Okay, this is how do I feel. That's why we add ed to the adjective. Now here, this is one of the most boring books. This is one of the most boring books. Here I'm talking about the books. The books make me feel bored. The books, the boring books make me feel what? Bored. You know what is the meaning of bored, which means you are not interesting. You are not interested. You are not excited about something. Why? Because the book is not interesting enough, or the book is not exciting enough. See, exciting and interesting You are not excited or interested. I feel confused, or I am confused. Now, what does this mean? It means I don't understand something. I am confused about the ed or ing adjectives. I am confused. This is how do I feel now. Now, sign language is a confusing language. Do you notice the meaning of sign language? It's the language that deaf people use. Okay, so do you think that sign language is confusing? Does it make you confused? Does sign language make you confused? You don't understand it? Yes, it is a confusing language. Confusing language. Yani you don't understand it easily. It's not easy to understand such a language. That's why it makes normal people confused. How does it make them? How does it make them feel? It makes them feel confused. Okay? Why? Because it is a confusing language. Confusing language. She is inspired to learn a new language. She is inspired to learn a new language, which means she wants to learn a new language. She has this passion, this interest, this love to learn a new language. Okay, she's inspired. He gives me an inspiring idea for the play. He gives me an inspiring idea for this play. Now, inspiring here, we use it to describe ideas, thoughts, opinions. Inspiring idea. Okay? She was disgusted by the food or the blood. She was disgusted by the blood. Okay? Yani she doesn't or she dislikes it. She feels disgusted. Disgusted. She dislikes the blood. Okay, this is how does she feel. Why? Because the blood makes her disgusted. Now the sandwich is disgusting. The sandwich is disgusting. This is how does the sandwich looks like. Okay, disgusting, and you don't like it. Here you are talking about the sandwich and how does the sandwich make you feel. And here you are talking about your feelings about something, about blood. It makes you disgusted. Okay, I was disgusted by the blood. The food was disgusting, or the sandwich was disgusting. I'm tired because I worked all day. I'm tired because I worked all day. This is how do you feel. This is how do you feel. You feel tired. You feel tired. Maybe because it was a tiring day. A tiring day. This day makes you tired. Working and studying is tiring. Working and studying is tiring. It makes you what? Tired. It makes you tired. She is embarrassed when she mentioned her name. Sorry, she is embarrassed when he mentioned her name. How does she feel about it? She feels shy. She feels shy. Okay, she wasn't comfortable about mentioning her name. So she feels embarrassed. محرج. Embarrassed. Sometimes you blush, right? Your face turned to red. This is the meaning of embarrassed. She is embarrassed when he mentioned her name. Now, standing on stage and singing is so embarrassing. The action of standing on stage and singing is so embarrassing. This action is so embarrassing. Okay? Maybe when you stand on stage and sing, you become what? Embarrassed. You become embarrassed. She feels disappointed by the show. She feels disappointed by the show. Disappointed means she doesn't like it, or she feels it wasn't as good as she imagines. The show was not as good as she imagined it to be, so she feels disappointed. Disappointed. How does she feel? She feels disappointed. Why? Because the show is disappointing. The show is disappointing. This is how does it make her feel. Now his performance was disappointing. His performance, I'm talking about his performance, a thing. It was what? I'm describing it by saying that it was disappointing. Disappointing, ing, and here disappointed, ed. Disappointing and disappointed. Maybe the director was disappointed by the actor's performance because the actor's performance was disappointing. She feels excited about my new book. She feels excited about my new book. This is how does she feel? Excited. She feels happy, thrilled. Okay. The film is exciting. The movie is exciting. The play is exciting. The book is exciting. And it makes us excited. Makes us happy. Makes us thrilled. The film is exciting, which means the film is thrilling. Thrilling. Exciting. Here is the paper so you can copy. Okay, now let's move to the exercise in your student book. This exercise is found in your student book, page 99. Now what you have to do here is to choose the correct alternative, either ed or ing. Artists are often inspired by nature. How do artists feel about nature? They are inspired by nature. Nature makes them inspired, okay? Artists are inspired by nature, which means they take their ideas and they take their thoughts from nature. So artists are often inspired by nature because nature is inspiring. So the correct answer here is inspired. 2. Yucky. This soup is, here you are talking about the soup. It is disgusting. For example, the sandwich is disgusting. The food is disgusting. You don't like it. Maybe it is spoiled. Bad food. 4. Working all day and studying at night is tiring. It makes you feel tired. Working all day and studying at night is tiring. 4. Many people are confusing or confused when they see modern art. Yes, modern art makes them confused. 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 Modern art is confusing. يعني إذا جتكم الجملة بشكل تاني, modern art is confused or confusing. It is confusing. When artists explain their own work, it can be a bit boring or bored. It can be boring. When you explain your work, it is boring. Why? Because the artist leaves the explanation to the audience. It's their job to explain their own work, giving their own feedback and perspective about their work. So here, explaining your work is boring. Now, 6, 7, and 8 is going to be a homework. Okay? Follow the same strategy. Decide if this is how do you feel about something, or how does this thing actually make you feel. Thank you so much. Before I forgot, those who submitted their homework will receive 1 extra mark. Thank you so much.